There's your heart's desire. I know you've got one. And I know that maybe you think, oh, it's impractical. It's out of the question. The thing I want is so outrageous, I couldn't possibly have a desire like that. Well, I'm going to prove to you that it is not impractical or outrageous in any way. I'm going to ask a question. No funny stuff. I want a very serious answer. Who in this room has as your heart's desire to be an Olympic gymnast? Nobody. Because that is a desire that you have to have when you're a child. But the desire that you do have, the dream that you're carrying around, is real, and it's important. Simplify your life, or at least complicate it selectively. Now, why did I add that caveat? I used to say, simplify, simplify, simplify your life. All you have to do is make it simpler, get rid of stuff, have less things to do. Well, then your life could be really empty. Because if you think about it, some of the best stuff complicates our lives a whole lot. Has anybody here ever had a baby?
Victoria Moran offers a unique perspective on vitalizing your spirit at work and in life. An internationally celebrated author whose books have been published in 27 languages. As an international speaker, Victoria's insights benefit corporations, associations, and individuals by illustrating ways to identify and unleash the magical powers within us.
And although all my life I have been in the kind of sink or swim world of the self-employed freelancer, my husband had a real job with health insurance. So I couldn't very well say to my family, give it all up so I can go to New York. But I'm a writer. And New York is where they publish the books and where editors and authors get to dress up in suits and go have cocktails. It's the place where you can go to lunch at the Algonquin Hotel. And if you're real lucky, they set you at that round table where F. Scott Fitzgerald and Dorothy Parker and Edna Ferber used to hang out, and you just get all those literary vibes. Oh, I wanted to be there. But it was impractical, and it was out of the question. But the desire was strong, and it felt right, maybe like the one you're carrying with you today. I figured since it was a great big dream, I needed to get all my senses involved. So I started eating bagels. And I thought it would probably help if other people started identifying me with New York too. So I began to wear a whole lot of black. And then total strangers would say things like, "You look like you're from New York or something." And I used my ears. When I went to the gym every day to walk on the treadmill, I played Broadway show tunes. You know, they've done a study recently that showed that if you exercise with music, you not only get fit physically, but it improves your memory. So I'd listen to those show tunes, and I picked out from every Broadway musical the one song that is only there to prove to you that you can do anything. I had my daughter make me mix CDs, and she called them those cheesy songs you like. And I'd go to the gym, and I'd walk. And when I didn't believe in myself, and when I'm thinking, how can you expect so much out of life? You're just a girl from Kansas City. And then, through those earphones, Mama Rose from Gypsy would say to me,
"You'll be swell, you'll be great, gonna
Why not? I'll tell you what happened. William's ex-wife decided to move back to her native Toronto and take the kids. Well, that made the Northeast a lot more attractive to my husband. My daughter, who's a young actress, graduated high school a year early and said that she'd done all the theater she could do in Kansas City, that it was time for her to go to New York. I came into a tiny inheritance. This was no fortune, but it was enough for first and last month's rent, security deposit, and a U-Haul. And then, the company that William worked for was sold. And they said you can keep your job, but only if you leave Kansas City. Did I cause any of this? They needed an expert to come on and talk about the inner side of things.
Lit from within, and everybody in the audience will get a copy on the way out, hopefully. And light a fire inside you. Lit from within, which is really the whole point of this conversation.
Talk about a thrill. That'll make you younger by the day. Just that kind of joy.